Welcome, my dear friends. This is ariseroby from Masterminds, and today's topic is about emotional intelligence. Yes, my dear friends, we are going to see how far EQ plays a predominant and prominent role than IQ. Yes, talking about emotional quotient, it's a kind of more necessity whereby it makes an individual to lead a successful life and also to handle people at different cost of time, whether let it be your life or your family, your friends, some relationship, and top it all is office. Yes, my dear friends, we do have some sort of problems over here. How to come out of these problems and how far is your EQ is essential, and how to grade and how to know about your EQ level. So all these things we are going to see in this video. Yes, my dear friends, if you have not subscribed our channel, kindly subscribe it. Let's move on to the video. Yes, my dear friends, emotional intelligence. Yes. Let's know about what is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is something ability to recognize your emotions and understand what other people are telling you and realize how your emotions may affect other people who are around you. It also involves your perception of others when you understand how they feel. This allows you to manage some sort of relationship more effectively. Yes, my dear friends. So emotional intelligence in short is something where you know and realize about how your emotions affect other people around you and how you can tackle those people. It's quite easy for anyone to tackle a smooth person. And at the same time, if you want to handle a person in an opposite manner, it's quite difficult for you where your EQ is more important. And that's what we are going to see here. Yes, my dear friends. And this content has been derived from Daniel Goldman's book, whereby it talks about why EQ matters a lot more than IQ. And this book has been released by 1995. And Daniel Goldman is an American psychologist who have termed about 5 things about elements which governs this EQ. And the first one is about self-awareness. How you are aware about yourself. As far as EQ is being concerned, this is the first major element to know about EQ. How you judge yourself, how you see yourself. Most of us, what we do is, we use CS, and what we do is, we used to judge others very easily. But we do not evaluate ourselves honestly. We do not have a honest look upon us. Unless and until we have a self-awareness about ourselves, we cannot develop our EQ skills. So first, do have a honest look within yourself. Yes, my dear friends, let's see about how self-awareness is one of the major factors in controlling your EQ. Your self-regulation. Just like in a fan at home, you have a regulator to control its speed. Similarly, a person with a high EQ have a regulator towards his angry, jealous, and other sort of negative attitudes within himself. It is the ability to control emotion and impulses. People who self-regulate typically don't allow themselves to become too angry or jealous. And they don't make impulsive and careless decisions hastily. They think before they act. This is what is very important. People with high EQ, they never take decisions in a hasty manner. They always think over and then act. Characteristics of self-regulations are, the very first one is thoughtfulness and comfort with change, and they integrate with others and the ability to say no. Because in today's busy world, and as far as the present scenario is being concerned, we have a lot of changes and a lot of improvements in science and technology in the society and the way where we live. So at this juncture, to improve your people skills and social skills, it's quite essential that how you say no to other people, because the art of saying no is very important. So the way you say, the way you neglect things, that is very important to maintain your relationship. Yes, my dear friends, the third element is it is motivation. People with high degree of emotional intelligence are usually motivated, self-motivated. They always have a high degree of prolonged hard work to achieve their dreams, success, etc. They look for long-term success, long-term goals, and they never set back with what they want to achieve. They are highly productive, love a challenge, and they are mostly very effective towards whatever they do. They have a high degree of perseverance and resilience score. So this is what is the basic etiquettes which is inside each and every people with high degree of EQ. And the fourth element is empathy. This is perhaps the second most important element of emotional intelligence. Yes, my dear friends, the very first one is how you look onto yourself, that is self-awareness, as I have told you. The second one is empathy. Empathy is the ability to identify with and understand the wants, needs, and viewpoints of others who are around you. People with empathy are always good at recognizing the feelings of others. They look into things in the perception of others, even when those feelings may not be obvious. Sometimes they always look on to problems in others' point of view. As a result, empathetic people are usually excellent at managing relationship, listening, and relating to others. They avoid stereotyping and also judging too quickly. And they live their lives in a very open and honest way. Yes, that is, they live in a transparent manner where always they are honest in their approach, honest in their talk, honest in their every walk of life. And the next element, social skills. And we have seen in our previous video about people skills. Almost both are the same. It's usually easy to talk to the like-mindedness people who have already some sort of good social skills, and it is quite difficult when you see some people on the other hand, people those who are against your views. So handling those people, there you need emotional intelligence. Those with strong social skills are typically team players, and when you look onto them, they focus on their own success first. They help others develop and train them. And moreover, they can manage disputes, and moreover, they are excellent communicators and are masters in building and maintaining relationship. So this is what is the 5 elements. And now look on to the most important part of the EQ, whereby you can identify your degree of IQ and how far it is effective within yourself. Yes, my dear friends, let's see about how to analyze the EQ within yourself. The very first one is observe how you react to people. Second one, look at your work environment. Third one, do a self-evaluation. Fourth one, examine how you react to stressful situations. Fifth one, take responsibility to your actions. Sixth one, examine how your actions will affect others before you take those actions. Yes, my dear friends, these are the 6 factors that help you to analyze the EQ within yourself. Yes, let's see the very first one. Observe how you react to people. Yes, my dear friends, do you rush to judgment before you know all the facts? Are you such a kind of person? Then definitely you need to change a lot. Are you a stereotype person? So it's quite efficient and it is quite necessity that you need to look onto this factor, that how far you are hasty enough taking judgments without knowing a clear-cut picture about the situation and about the person. What you need to do is look honestly at how you think and interact with other people. If you are a person who used to take quick decisions without knowing the situation and knowing the people, you have a low EQ. You have a low EQ. Try to put yourself in their place, the person who are having some sort of problems, and then look into and then perceive and then look onto those problems and give a solution and handle those solutions. So if you do this in this mannerism, your IQ will have a greater effect in your life. Yes, the second one is look at your work environment. Yes, my dear friends, when you look into your work environment, you seek some sort of attention, or you are such a kind of person who always look for some sort of attention, praise, etc. Humility can be a wonderful quality. And if you see that, it doesn't mean that you are shy or lack self-confidence. When you practice humility, you say that you know what you did, and you can even say that you're quietly confident about it. And give others some sort of chance to shine. Put the focus on them. Don't worry too much about getting praise for yourself. That is a very bad attitude or habit which may be there within oneself, who has a low EQ, who always wants to have a focus on themselves, want to have more of praise on whatever act or whatever deeds or whatever actions they carry on. They look for immediate appraisal, immediate praise from their boss. So this is a sign of low EQ. It is always quite essential that do your work, don't expect for the fruit. This is what we say that in Mahabharata, and it's quite essential and necessity that this is quite almost linkable to this scenario of EQ. Third one, do your self-regulation. How you need to do your self-regulation is try out emotional intelligence quiz. You can just get it from sort of googling it. First, analyze what are your weakness, because people who know about your weakness can perform and have a higher degree of EQ. And first, to know about, are you willing to accept that you are not perfect? People always know in a situation of any sort of negative aspect about themselves, they will not accept about it. First of all, let me know about it. Do you accept if you are imperfect in certain things? Do you accept that? Or you are not capable enough in doing certain areas. If it is being said to you, do you accept that particular grade? Do you have the courage to look at yourself honestly? It can change your life just like that. So always it is essential that you first do a kind of self-evaluation within yourself, where you lack and where you need to correct yourself. Examine how you react to stressful situation. Examine how you react to stressful situation is very, very important, because people, each and everyone can do very well when things are smooth and things are splendid, things are happy, etc. But at the time where it is adversity, when things go wrong, when you are in a tough situation, they may not be able to handle those things. They may blame others. Sometimes they become angry. They may become even violent. The ability to stay calm and in control to difficult situations is there where your EQ sustains and plays a predominant role within yourself. Keep your emotions under control when things go wrong. That is what is very important. If you are such a person, it's okay, give a tick mark to your EQ. In case if you don't have that, then you need to check on it. Next, fifth one is take responsibility for your actions. How many of you used to say that I am responsible for this, I am responsible for this behavior, I am responsible for this fault, and I am responsible for this particular choice which I have made it wrong? How many of you used to apologize directly? Yes, just think about it and know about, are you a person who used to take the responsibility for all your actions? People usually more, so we can see that they may not be willing to take up the responsibilities. They always blame others. This is a kind of where they lack in EQ. Always have the tendency of forgive and forget with most of the people whom you may handle or whom you work with, etc. So it can make an honest attempt to make things right and also stay away from any kind of stress, anxiety, etc. And moreover, it increases your emotional quotient. The last one is examine how your actions will affect others. This is very important. You can't expect that always you can satisfy others, but at the same time, you should know about your actions. Does it affect others and how it affects others, or we should change ourselves? This is what you need to evaluate within yourself. If your decisions will impact others, put yourself in their place. How will they feel if you do this? Would you want that kind of experience? If you must take that particular action, then you should know about their feelings, their problems, their situations. Look into any kind of situations from their eyes, from their point of view, from their stand. Then automatically you will be able to upgrade yourself and as well as know about where is your EQ. Yes, my dear friends, we have seen about the 5 elements which govern our EQ, and as well as how to identify and how to grade your EQ, the 6 types things we need to evaluate within yourself. This will be quite useful for you to upgrade yourself, to move with the people and enhance social skills and people skills for healthy living and as well as successful living. My dear friends, I hope you could have enjoyed this video, and I also thank from my depth of my heart for your constant support and immense motivation. Yes, my dear friends, thank you. Please subscribe us, and at the same time don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you. Bye bye.